So you wanna be a picture book writer, then you gotta write picture books. And you're gonna need a bucket load of bright ideas for titles, plots, and hooks. If you're partial to prose or you're raring to rhyme, then repeat after me, it's a challenge, but I'm gonna tackle each story 1 month at a time with 12 by 12.
Ping-Pong Shabbat by the true story about champion Esty Ackerman. Esty watched the ball whiz back and forth between her dad and her big brother Akiva. Dad to Akiva, Akiva to dad. It looked like fun. My turn. Okay, Esty, laughed Akiva, and he gently served her the ball. Esty swung and smash! From then on, Esty was in love with ping pong. For her, it wasn't just a game. Ping pong was exhilarating. When she played, her heart beat faster, her breath came quicker. She felt strong. She practiced and got better and better. She started to regularly beat Akiva. Then one day she finally beat Dad. I think you're ready to sign up for tournaments so you can win against people besides me and Akiva, he said. Yes, she cheered. She wanted to play anyone, anywhere, anytime. Pop, smash, whoosh. Except on Saturdays. Saturday was Shabbat. For Esty, Shabbat wasn't just an ordinary day like Tuesday or Wednesday. Shabbat was different. On Shabbat, Esty shared long meals with her family and friends. They'd laugh and tell stories. It was when she most felt their love and support. On Shabbat, Esty went to synagogue and connected with God. It was the day she felt the most Jewish. For Esty, Shabbat was a day of calm. A break from the exciting pop-up or pops of the week. Shabbat was the day that she felt the most herself. So when Esty signed up for tournaments, she made sure to choose ones that were scheduled on any other day of the week, but never on Shabbat. What really got me compelled to write the story as a children's book is she was invited to a program as like a ping pong person, and I was invited there as an author. So I got to see her play ping pong in person, which I'd never done. And then I was like, whoa, because that's like Julie, you and I were both saying how we had ping pong tables in our basement. What we played and what she played is a completely different thing. And her brother Akiva was a medal winning ping pong player also. So they were playing each other as like this demo thing at this program. And I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I'm like, okay, this is remarkable. She's doing something exceptional. Time to tell this story. And at that point, I think she was in college, just starting. And I called her on the phone and said, I really think this is a great story. I think, a lot of people are familiar with the Sandy Koufax story about baseball. I said, that's a very popular, meaningful story. Your story is the same thing, except you're a girl and you play ping pong instead of baseball on a man. And she was very gracious and said, sure. She was actually really excited about it. I mean, like, who doesn't want to have
written about them before they've even graduated from college?
Yeah, so she was really excited about it, and I interviewed her a couple times, and that's what led me to. I mean, I also read every article I could find about her and watched all the YouTube videos. But it was great that like when I had a question like, who did you play? How old were they? I could like text her or call her on the phone, and she would answer me. So that was really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
In the chat, Sharon mentioned the pacing, and I agree. I think it's so well paced, and I love the, this pop, smash, whoosh, back and forth here.
Yeah.
But what I really loved in my favorite page turn, and I think this book does such a great job of demonstrating just how powerful a page turn can be. Because you go from this very ping-pongy, boom,
Bump, 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 yeah.
right? Back and forth. But then from here, the next page turn is
serene. Yeah.
Shabbat. And it struck me immediately how we had just gone from pop, smash, whoosh, and then all this text on a page.
Yes.
And then the family, I love how they're separated too, like how the family is like recto on the recto page, and then all the text is, because it's like, okay, it's almost like we're being invited to sit at the table.
Yeah, we're slowing down.
Listen to the story and feel the meaning. and not be rushed through this. And I felt that in the book, and it was so beautiful the way that was done. And I wanted to ask if you, I mean, you're an art director also, as well as an illustrator and an author. So did you kind of plan it that way, or was this an editorial / art director decision at Little B?
I would say this was really a collaboration to get that page turn, because I absolutely included the page breaks as part of my manuscript because I was thinking about it visually, and I was thinking like the wording before Shabbat, before that scene it's almost staccato. It's like a word, a word. And again, I'm making it feel like ping pong, do. So I definitely had the page break saying, this is the turn. But I have to give credit to the illustrator for putting all the text to the left and having the image to the right. So I think it's like a collaboration.
Do it together, so never you fear. It's a handy little way to help you kick into gear. You're amazing, exciting. Look out, 'cause you're writing 12 by 12.
12 manuscripts.
12 by 12.
12 picture books.
12 by 12.